Before Amber Costello went missing, her friend and former roommate Dave Schaller says she had received repeated phone calls from a client.
This guy was so relentless. He called several times. He was on the phone with her for quite a while each time.
On September 2nd, 2010, police say Amber Costello, an escort, left her home to meet that client and was never seen again.
I walked out the front door with her. She gave me a hug. She's like, "I love you," and she left.
After Amber's disappearance, Schaller told police about Amber's clients and described one as large, looking like an ogre, and having a first-generation Chevy Avalanche. Police back then also knew Amber's client was using a burner phone, and they knew that Megan Waterman and Melissa Barthélemy were also contacted by burner phones right before they disappeared. In 2012, with the help of the FBI, they determined those calls connected to cell towers inside a small area of Massapequa Park, New York. They called it the Box. In 2022, a new task force came across that old description in the case files and started looking for a large man who lived in that box area and owned a Chevy Avalanche at the time of the disappearances.
Was there a aha moment when all of a sudden his name came up?
Once we were able to attach the Avalanche inside of that Massapequa box, which then attached to Rex Heuermann, that was a moment where we said, okay, there's something here.
Investigators also say they discovered Heuermann set up email accounts using fake names. One of those accounts linked to Heuermann, prosecutors say, was used to conduct, quote, thousands of searches related to sex workers, sadistic, torture-related pornography, and child pornography.
There was a lot of torture, porn, and depictions of women being abused, being raped, and being killed.
Investigators say that while they were busy watching Heuermann was trying to watch them, conducting searches on the investigation and the Gilgo victims.
Not only pictures of the victims, pictures of their relatives, their sisters, their children, and he was trying to locate those individuals.
The circumstantial evidence against Heuermann was building, but investigators also had physical evidence from the crime scenes they wondered if they could link to him. After authorities found Megan Waterman in 2010, they found a male hair sample on the burlap around her body. In January 2023, a surveillance team tailed Heuermann and recovered a pizza box he threw out in Manhattan.
The pizza, which was, obviously very significant.
District Attorney Ray Tierney says the DNA on that pizza crust was consistent with the DNA profile from the hair found with Megan Waterman's body.
That was a remarkable day. It was, the weekend, and you get the report and you read it, and then you read it again, and then you read it a third time, and then you read it a fourth time, and then you start making calls.
After his arrest for the murders of Megan Waterman, Amber Costello, and Melissa Barthélemy, Rex Heuermann pleaded not guilty.